Hello YouTube, thank you for joining my channel today. My name is James, and in today's video, I'm sure you've noticed on the table back here, I have some arts and crafts kind of stuff going on. And in today's video, I'm actually going to be making a homemade fan screen for this computer right here. So with that said, let's dive into the video. Okay, so like I said in the introduction, I'm going to be making a homemade dust screen for this computer here. And it's going to go inside this front cover. There's like some screen filtering on the sides here, but what I want to do is actually put a filter over the intake fans here on the front, because I'm actually using this computer right now to record parts of this video. The computer is going to be running for this part of for this portion of the video. Since we're not actually going into the case, shouldn't be a big problem. First thing we need to do is take the front panel off, and on this case it's quite easy. We will just grab the front on the bottom here and pull it off a little bit. Here we go. There we go. Right like that. We've removed the front panel. The front panel is just a piece of, basically just a piece of plexiglass. So, but we have the front panel off, and we're going to flip it up and rotate it out of the way, one way or another. Something like that. Just kind of push it out of the way. And so what I'm going to do is actually make a screen that is going to cover this whole section of fans here. And what I have for that, I will show you in a bit, is some magnetic tape and some computer screen mesh that will make this front cover screen here. Oh, I need to figure this out. The cable management on this computer, like I've got the cables managed so tightly you can't really push this out of the way very easily. So first thing I'm going to do is figure out how much of this magnetic tape I'm going to need. So these fans that are in here are 120 millimeter fans. So I think it would be fairly safe to say that the width of this is going to be roughly 120 millimeters. So we measure this out, and it is about 140 millimeters or 14 centimeters, which is perfect. And I'm going to guess that it is also going to be approximately 36 centimeters in height. And so, yeah, I need about 38 centimeters tall and 14 wide. Yeah, about 14 wide. Okay. So now that we have everything measured, I'll just go ahead and put that back on there. And we're going to come down to the table here and cut the tape and cut the screen and piece everything together. All right, so here we are. We're now looking down at what will be the work surface here. And the first thing I'm going to do is measure the lengths of tape that I need and cut those. So we need to go 14 centimeters in length to go across the top and bottom. Okay, so I've come back with a better tape measure. So now that I can actually lock this one, and I'm not trying to like push it with my fingers to make the markings here, I need to go out 14 centimeters So there is 14 centimeters. Alrighty. So 14 centimeters. I will go ahead and cut this. And since I need 2 of those, I have 2 magnetic strips that are approximately 14 centimeters. And I needed 38 centimeters tall. So I need 2 38 centimeter lengths. Now, the next thing I need to do, basically use these strips here to measure this all out. But first I need to make this lay flat. Put some scissors on this end, put the box cutter on this end. So now that I have this stuff just kind of laid out here, what I should have done is cut these longer strips a bit shorter. I didn't think to do that to compensate for the width of this, but what I can do actually is take my scissors here. Let me move this out of the way. What I can do, like I was saying, is take the scissors and just, go ahead and cut this little bit off the end here. So I will take 2 of these and I'll cut these off the same end just to, this is probably going to go to waste anyway, but possible that these little bits might come in handy, even for this particular build. So I'll go ahead and cut that off of there and do the same thing on this one. The ends are lined up. Come out here and cut this off here. There we go. So we're going to set these aside. I might be able to use these to help with this frame. I don't know yet. Oh, there we go. We have that out of the way. So now I will use some weighted objects like the scissors and the box cutter and whatnot to try to hold this mesh down. And we're going to start applying the what will be the frame. So we'll peel the end off here and flip here to this top edge, and we'll try to go all the way to the corner. This will help out a lot in actually trying to measure this where I need to be, just because I'm building the frame around it first and then I just cut where the frame is. So kind of cheating there a little bit, I think, but hey. All right, so we have a piece of the frame up here. We're going to undo one of the sides and basically make this end here come flush, well, as flush as we can, up against the top piece of this frame. There we go. Straight down this side. We are, yep, that works. We'll go ahead and lay that out. Do the same thing on this side, but this time I'm not gonna, no. Piece this here. Like just kind of lay that piece there as a guide. And the mistake I made on this piece here is I should have, instead of pulling the whole thing off at once, the whole backing, I should have just kind of walked it off as I came down the frame. So that is exactly what I'm going to do here. There's that. So I now have the sides of the frame in place, and I just need to put the last piece across the bottom. There's that. I have built the frame, and we've basically just built the filter. So the last thing that I need to do now is go ahead and take my trusty knife here, and we're just going to cut this. There is that. So we're done with this mesh stuff for the time being. So I'll go ahead and set that aside as well. I don't know why I said for the time being. We're pretty much done with the mesh material. So the last thing to do will be to put the filter on. So I'll go ahead and point the camera back at the computer so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm even going to show you what I'm going to do with these 2 little strips that I said, oh, this might come in handy for this particular project. So yeah, we'll go back to the computer. All right, so here we are looking at the computer again. And so these two little strips that I mentioned that, you know, I could use for this, I'm going to go ahead and peel the back off of one of them, and we'll lift this frame out of the way. Actually, what I should do first is make sure that this filter actually fits where I intend it to go. So we will go ahead and lift this front panel out of the way, and we will fit this. Oh, look at that. It actually fits quite nicely there. I would say almost perfectly. So since that fits, we'll go ahead and pull this off again. And for these little strips, I already took the back off of this one. I'm going to put one here in the middle and the other one in between the other two, the bottom two fans, and peel the backing off. And the same thing, we'll just kind of get my fingers out of it. There we go. We'll just kind of stick that one there. And we'll go back and put this filter back on. Oh, come on. Trying to do this one-handed is not easy. We'll put the filter back on like that. Okay, well, it was holding on top. Okay, and we'll go ahead and put these through here. Yep, there we go. I think that's almost straight. That's actually a perfect fit. I like it. And we'll just go ahead and push on these other pieces here. And yeah, that is a perfect fit. I really like how this turned out. And hopefully it will help keep some of the dust out of the inside of the computer. It's a whole purpose of putting this in here like this. And the only thing I have left to do is to actually secure this front cover back on here. And that is going to be done by just lining everything up and pop it back in. That is it. We've built the frame, we've built the filter, put it all back together, installed it, and now to go back to the face cam. Alright, so like I mentioned, the purpose of the video today was to make a homemade dust filter for the intake fans for my computer. I would say that we completed the task successfully, and with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like, hit subscribe. If you have any suggestions or anything to say in general, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.